Namaste and welcome to a yoga class to improve the flexibility in your shoulders and arms. We'll go ahead and begin the practice in a comfortable child's pose, Balasana, with the knees spread wide, forehead coming down to touch the ground, and the arms extended out in front of you, fingers spread nice and wide. Beginning by tuning into the rhythm of the breath. This is the practice of yoga, feeling the breath in the lungs, in the body, in the belly fill up. And as you exhale, feel any tension or stress release from the body as you find a softness. On your next inhale, bringing the palms of the hands together for prayer hands directly over your head. Forehead stays connected to the mat, and you're intentionally pressing the backs of those arms, the elbows into the mat. You can feel that extension shoot up and into the armpit area, breathing away any stored tension. Beautiful, and on your next exhale, release the palms. You're going to spider walk them over to the right, placing the left palm on top of the right as you exhale and drop the forehead down, feeling the extension in through the left side of the body, straighten through that left arm. Next inhale, picking the head up, walking the hands through center over onto the left, this time right palm on top of left hand. Exhale, lower the head, breathing into the right side of the body, feeling the extension all the way from the hip out through the fingertips. Beautiful. Inhale, picking your head up, walking your hands through to center, coming into a gentle variation of happy puppy pose. Tenting through the palms of the hands, let the chest relax open, the hips go high as you tuck the toes. On your next inhale, picking yourself up and spinal waving all the way down into Sphinx Pose. Elbows are directly beneath shoulders, arms spread out wide in front of you, wrists are in line with the elbows. And beginning to take big yeses with the neck, looking up and down, being gentle with your body. And if your neck is feeling free and fluid, maybe taking some circles here, rocking left to right, moving intuitively with the breath. Beautiful, and on your next exhale, tenting the fingers by your chest, we're going to come into some shoulder walks here. So dropping one shoulder and then the other towards the center. Again, finding some freedom here to move and get into the shoulders and the neck, bringing the breath in, opening up this part of the body. Now setting up for our one arm deep stretch pose, lengthening out that right arm beside you, rolling on over toward your right side. I like to bend my left leg so the left sole of the foot comes right behind that right leg. But if this is too intense for you, then you can go ahead and bend that left leg in front of you, and it's still propping your body over to shift the weight a little bit on that right side. Sink into the breath. Amazing. Releasing both legs long and coming out of the pose, setting up for this pose on the left side, so lengthening up that left arm. You want the wrist in line with the shoulder. Rolling onto your left side, and bend that right sole of the foot behind the left, or bend it in closer towards the chest, whatever's comfortable for you. You can keep that right arm in front of you, or you can let it come behind you to your low back. Beautiful, and releasing and slowly pressing ourselves up onto our hands and knees, coming into some spinal waves. So just moving forward and back, shifting the weight onto the hands and the knees again, dropping the hips forward and back, moving the head up and down. Nice. And setting up for tabletop, wrists directly beneath shoulders, knees directly beneath hips. Inhale the right arm up to the sky and exhale as you thread it through for thread the needle, right shoulder, right temple down to the ground. Option 2, keep the left hand in front of the face, or inhale it long up to the sky and exhale, let it reach around for that right hip crease. And now taking the left hand up towards the top of the mat, tenting the fingers up at the top again. You should feel this a bit more running through that armpit region of the shoulder area. Sliding that left hand right in front of your face, pressing into it as you inhale, reverse, open up that right arm to the sky and exhale, planting it back down. Inhale, left wing opens up. And exhale, we thread the needle, left shoulder, left temple to the ground. Inhale, right arm reaches up to the sky, and exhale, reach around for that left hip crease. Using the breath as your guide. On your next inhale, extending that right arm all the way up to the top of the mat, tenting through the fingers, deepening the stretch in through the armpit region. Sliding that right hand back in front of our face, pressing into it as we reverse the needle. Inhale, left wing opens up to the sky. And exhale, planting it back to the earth, kicking up into our toes and walking ourselves all the way back to a forward fold at the back of our mat. Next, inhale, engaging through the core, reach all the way up to the sky and back. And exhale, hands to prayer center, letting the right arm go long across the chest, creating a shelf for it with the left arm. And if you feel like you still have some room to deepen here, twist over towards your left, and you'll feel that a little bit deeper on the outer right side tricep of that right arm. And exhale, releasing the arms, letting them swing by your side for a couple times. And coming on over to the other side, so left arm goes long in front of the chest, creating a shelf for it with the right, as the right arm hugs that arm in tighter. And if you need a little bit more, twist on over to the right. Good, and releasing and taking some big arm circles with that left arm forward and back. And now on the right side, forward and back. And finding ourselves standing at the back of our mat, walking our hands forward into a downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg goes long. And exhale, send it through. Sole of the foot drops in between the hand. Left knee comes on the mat for a square lunge. Left palm stays planted. As inhale, you reach the right wing up to the sky. And just like we did in the thread the needle, exhale, release it to the outer left hip crease. Inhaling the right arm long again. Gold posting the arm, connecting the knee to the elbow, elbow to knee. Open and exhale, close. Doing this a couple more times. And inhale, picking ourselves up, preparing for half camel. Arms reaching overhead. Exhale, left hand comes to that back of that left heel. If you need to come up onto the left toes, you can do that as well, provide a little bit more height. Inhale, that right arm reaches up and back, opening the chest up to the sky. Inhale, picking ourselves up, bringing the right elbow onto the right knee for side angle prep. Inhale, left arm reaches up overhead. And you can either remain here, or you can release that right hand down to the right foot or inside of that mat. Or you can release also that left hand over, reaching around for that right hip crease. Wherever you are, releasing both hands down to the mat, Coming into plank pose, lowering the knees, chest, chin, hips go high. Inhale, slithering forward for cobra. And exhale, back down to downward facing dog. Setting up to do this on the other side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, drop the left sole of the foot into the mat. Right knee comes into the mat. Keeping the right palm of the hand planted right next to that left foot. Inhale, left wing opens for a twist. An option to stay here, or exhale, release that left hand, reaching around for that right hip crease. Coming in for our goalpost opens and closings. So goalpost the left arm and exhale, connect elbow to knee, opening and twisting, engaging the core. And inhaling up, falling back into half camel. Right hand comes to the right heel. Toes of the right foot can be tucked. And inhale, that left arm reaches long. Feel the engagement through the fingertips as you press the chest open. And exhale, releasing for side angle prep. Left elbow, left knee. Right arm reaches up and forward. Option to drop the left hand down to the mat and or release the right hand, reaching around for that left hip crease. Lovely, and exhale, releasing both hands down to the mat, finding your plank pose and moving through your chaturanga dandasana, high to low, up to down. Finding our way to downward facing dog. Stepping out our right foot long in front of us for a wide leg stance. Preparing for our peak posture, so reaching that right arm up and back. It's going to fall in between the shoulder blades, and you're going to grip the outer edge of that right elbow with the left hand as you feel that stretch into the back of the tricep. We're going to prepare to forward fold here. I do recommend, if you have a strap nearby or even a t-shirt or a towel, having that handy for you in what we're about to do. So it is going to be your right hand on top and your left hand on the bottom, and you want to place the strap in the top arm and reach around with the bottom arm to grab the strap. So we're setting up to forward fold here. So before you even get into that, make sure you have a strong, comfortable, safe grip on a strap, a shirt, or clasping both hands. And when you're ready, opening the chest first, making sure the spine is nice and tall and long. Using the breath, you're going to begin to forward fold over the legs, making sure the toes are pointed in a little bit here to create that space for the forward fold. This is really intense on your shoulders and your delts and your pecs, your triceps, tuning into that deep oceanic breath here. Amazing job. Inhale slowly, coming back up to center, releasing the bind, and just letting yourself move side to side, shake it out. Good, and setting up for the other side. So taking the left arm this time, just gently encouraging that left hand to walk down the center of the back. And now setting up for the bind, either with the hands or the shirt or the strap. Making sure you're nice and comfortable. Spine is nice and tall and long, crown of the head reaching up to the sky. And on your next exhale, begin to forward fold over the legs. With every inhale, you create space in the body. And with every exhale, you move into that space. Amazing. Inhale, picking yourself up, releasing the bind, and shaking it out. Great job. And finding our way onto our backs to slow things down a bit, crossing the arms over the chest, giving yourself a hug. And inhale, releasing the pose, letting the arms drop long by the side, a big T. And exhale, closing them back up again, giving yourself a hug with the opposite arm on top. And exhale, releasing the arms in a cactus right next to you. Inhaling the knees into the chest and letting them drop over to the right or left for a spinal twist. Inhale, bringing the knees back through to center, and exhale, letting them fall on over to the other side. And inhale, coming back through to center, lengthening the legs out long in front of you, coming into our final posture, supported fish pose, Matsyasana. If you have a block, place it right behind you, and you're going to let your shoulder blades come to lay on it. Let the crown of the head come back to the mat. If you don't have a block, just find yourself in a comfortable Shavasana. Wherever you are, letting the arms go by the side, either in a cactus pose or long by your hips, letting your eyes come to a close, and allow yourself to release any tension in the face, in the neck, in the shoulders, in the hips, in the legs, and in the feet. And either staying there or gently picking yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Bringing our hands to prayer center. Inhale, our thumb knuckles up to our third eye, forehead center. And together we bow and say, Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today on the mat. If you enjoyed this class, be sure to check out my other videos to strengthen, stretch, and release all parts of your body through yoga. I hope to see you there.